What's up? Welcome back. It's time to check out this brand new character in Under Night In-Birth 2. This is one of the final games that still uses 2D hand-drawn graphics. Most of the other fighting games, they've all moved on to 3D models, or they are just completely 3D fighting games. So, time for some traditional 2D action with a brand new character, Ezimi. You can actually see that there's 3 new characters. There's Ogre, there's also Uzuki and Ezimi. Now, I just had no time to check out the other characters when they came out, but the one that we're checking out today is Ezimi. If you're not familiar with this game, just go down to training and click on mission mode. This is actually where the game will just outright teach you how to use certain characters. Ezimi is a technical character who uses her long reach and projectiles to keep her opponent in check. She's powerful at range, where she can connect with the tip of long-reaching moves like standing B, standing C, down C, etc. Now, I can't remember exactly what the director said when the trailer launched for this, but I do think part of this character was to make it like easy to get into the game. Not like an easy character, but definitely not like overcomplicated. But before we even press any buttons, let's listen to this music. Oh yeah, I love these synths. This sounds like a slice of life anime from late 90s, early 2000s. If you were around back then, you know what exactly I'm talking about. She's got an actual walking animation, which is nice. There was a time when characters were coming out with no walking animations. Obviously, having these tassels dangling down from her arms is nice for animation because you can use it to show just how quickly she's moving, give her a bit of momentum. Looks like B has got a fairly good range. C has got a lot of range. It's kind of deceptive because actually you can see the animation hits him, but the actual move itself does not. To do you guys a favor and put this box up here. Quarter circle back B. Wow, I got a little fish. That's great. What's funny about this fish, obviously, is that it's not a real fish. It's a flying fish. Quarter circle back A. And it looks like the A version shoots immediately. The B version actually travels all the way up to my opponent before it fires. So if I'm all the way back here, it takes quite a while. He goes all the way across the screen. And I know that I pat the developer on the back way too often, but I absolutely love that it doesn't just kind of like reset the stage immediately in case you're like, okay, I wanted to test that again. I want to move back a little further and see what the range is on this move. A lot of other games, they just fast forward you straight onto the next tutorial. It's like, whoa, whoa, whoa. If blocked, stop on A for safety. Gotta love the tutorials in this game. They really spell it out. It's just a shame that it has to be done with words and can't be done with voice, but I think that would be quite expensive to voice act all of this. If the combo hits the opponent, continue into quarter circle A, additional aid for more damage. Presumably, finishing off with the quarter circle A makes it safe. If the opponent manages to close in on you, try countering with the invulnerable B plus C. They like to make sure that a lot of the characters designed for the beginners have an invincible move. When you've already done the move, the fish comes out and then you can't press it again until the fish is gone. Don't actually know how to get rid of the fish. Maybe if I... Oh, there's a different fish! There's a small fish and a big fish. Okay, so this is my anti-air, which is very common for most characters in this game to have a sort of down C or down forward C that turns into an anti-air. I love the animations. I just love the floating around. I can't actually see what she's floating around with, though. Is that the fish? It's either just magical wave powers, or maybe it's the fish spinning around her. I really hope it's the fish. All right, and now some basic combos. So I like how before they give you any combos, they actually teach you how to just use your regular buttons, because something that I definitely did as a beginner in fighting games was I would just go straight for the special moves. I'm like, wow, these special moves seem to travel much further than my regular moves. I'm just going to use these instead of the regular moves, which don't travel very far. But obviously, each character has their own strategy, and I like that they teach you how to use these buttons. Like, if these buttons are going to come out significantly faster, and I can hit my opponent from a lot further away. I'll forget all of these in a minute. We've also got smart combos if you just want to jump straight into the action, or if you want to play this game with a friend who's never played it before, you can just tell them, just press A over and over and over again. It will get you a fairly basic combo. Probably won't be very optimal or anything, but at least you can get started. Dash B, which you can also do by pressing the shortcut. So I've got forward A, B, but you can also press forward, forward. I think there are benefits to doing it both ways. It's interesting that this dash move is low as well. So it's like, you think I'm far away and I'm not dangerous, but actually just very quickly from far away, here comes this low attack. Catch people walking away from you. Nice. Got the overhead button here. Oh, I can't remember what this is called. It's called like smart, no, not smart steer. Just A and B after a move. If you cancel into this, I can't remember what this is called. Oh man, if you liked the music for, I believe it was Kaguya, I think her name is Kaguya. If you liked the music for her, I think you're gonna love this. If I throw him against the wall, I can go into a combo after that. You can do the short hop, which always makes sure that you land on this side of the character. Yeah, okay. So fish is not out. I can do this move into chain shift. And if it did hit, I can go into this combo. Nice. All right. It's fun. One thing I want to say that's really important about Under Night, if you've never played this game, is that there are a few things that you really just don't understand until you actually buy the game and just try it out at home. And one of the most important things is double tapping all the time. There's not that many reasons why you need to double tap your controller in modern day games because of input buffers. But in this game, that's actually how you input this particular move. At least once or twice in almost every single match, you will have an opportunity to double tap the D button, which will give you a time stop. Like, you actually freeze the screen for a moment. You actually get to like see where your opponent is. Like, are they in the air? Are they in the middle of a move? Is it something that you can punish? And it's just super satisfying to have a game where double tapping is actually an important like mechanic in the game. You're supposed to do the double tap. And even if you're not doing anything like strategically complicated or anything, just mechanically, this is such a satisfying game because it's just got a bunch of cool mechanics that have made fighting games fun for decades already. And they're like just kind of squished into this game. They make sure that those like techniques don't just die off. It's like, it's part of the game. I should mention though, of course, that you don't have to do a double tap with two fingers like this. You could actually just tap it twice. But let's be fair, if you play Under Night and you're just tapping the button twice instead of double tapping, like, who are you? I can't remember exactly what CVO does, but let's just do this combo and we'll find out. What? That's interesting. Okay, so I'm not an expert at this, but it's like you have to actually do this C-Veil off on the ground. There we go, let's jump, dash. Yes, I pressed too many buttons, but I got it. All right, she seems like quite a lot of fun to play, but there's one last thing that we absolutely have to test, and it's the Infinite Worth EX, which is like the ultimate version of her super move, and there's like very specific conditions to do it. All right, I got myself on low health, and I've got full gauge. Hopefully this works. I just press A, B, C, D at the same time. Nice. Okay. Wow. She actually takes you underwater, brings in the tidal wave, and then I didn't expect the fish to reappear at the end. That was quite nice. Alright, I actually don't have time to go online and do matches, and I think at this time I'm not sure if everyone's online anyway. So I just wanted to show you what the new character looks like. And also, if you're brand new to fighting games or brand new to Under Night, you've never heard about it, maybe you first heard about it through tournaments like EVO or something, this is a brand new character. It's the third one. Every character has taken like, I think, half a year to come out. So this is one of those games where they're playing a nice long game. They don't want to just like throw out a bunch of DLC and then the game to just kind of die out. They're releasing DLC nice and slowly. Finally got to the third character. I've always been excited from the very first trailer. They showed a few screenshots of the character, and dude, I really liked the look of being floaty and being up in the sky all the time, and all these long range moves. Looks like it's going to be a fun character to play, but we shall see when we actually get into some matches. But if you hadn't heard about this game until today, do check it out, just because this is one of the very few games out there, one of the mainline games out there that is still really championing 2D art. I don't know exactly how they construct the characters from scratch, but what we get in the end is all of the aesthetics of 2D art, keyframing stuff exactly right so that every possible moment this game looks like you could screenshot this and make a work of art. That's how beautiful the game is. And I'm just really happy that there are still companies out there that are like, you know, it's harder work, but we are going to stick with 2D. I do really want to like make some more time to actually get back into some streaming and focusing on content that isn't just controller reviews. So If you stuck with me until the end of this video, I really appreciate it. I'll see you all in a future NihongoGamer video and or stream. Until then, I'll see you real soon. That ending never really makes sense, does it?